Hello everyone, this is Sam, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the Icebrood saga. Indeed, today, November the 17th, marks the date of the release of the first chapter of the finale titled Champions. Now, we're going to talk about what exactly is going to happen from the economical side of things after the intro. Indeed, if you are familiar with this channel, you know that I am all about what happens in the market. And of course, even if this whole saga is titled Icebrood, we are not exactly gonna be on the northern side of Tyria this time around. Indeed, the entirety of this finale is gonna be moving towards the Primordus stirring in the Magma jungle. Now, if we go back in the past a little bit, it has been a very long time since we last saw some destroyer mobs which are directly related to Primordus. Of course, this is mostly due to the fact that the last two expansions and the story that revolved around them were based on completely different opponents. The Heart of Thorns expansion was in the Magma jungle, but much more to the west, where Mordremoth had his influence. Then we had the Path of Fire expansion happening all over Elonia, and over there is no influence from Primordus either. Of course, when we look at what we know from the mobs related to Primordus, all we have to look at are some maps that are rather low leveled. This means that we do not know exactly what level 80 destroyers would drop. Or do we actually? There was one place where we had some level 80 destroyer mobs, and that place is none other than the awesome dungeon Crucible of Eternity. In this dungeon, we had a path that was related to destroyers, as we had one destroyer boss, and before that there was a room where we could kill a rather large amount of destroyer crabs. There, we would get a fair share of drops, these drops being large claws, vicious claws, some material bags, and also some destroyer cords and lodestones. This is exactly what I am expecting to see on the new Primordus related mobs that we will be getting in this update. This is also what I am expecting to see flooding the market within the next few days up to the next few weeks. I'm only saying weeks so far because I expect people to go to the most profitable maps now. What I am expecting from these drops being introduced in the economy is the fact that some assassin related gear will probably have a lower price. Indeed, vicious claws are used in order to make this, and I am seeing it drop rather nicely within the next few days. Beyond that, I am also expecting the Gift of Mastery to drop a little bit, as Vicious Claws were some of the more expensive tier 6 materials, and their price is also going to be going much lower. Now, when we are looking at the Destroyer cores and lodestones, the impact will probably mostly be felt on the Mystic Forge recipes. Indeed, when you look at an item that usually is within the 70 silver zone, you do not quite expect what would happen if the price would be divided in half, which is what I am thinking will happen within this patch. Of course, there's probably also going to be some demand to carry the price upwards, be it for the new destroyer based some other weapons, which are probably going to use a fair amount of these destroyer lodestones, but also for the fact that now is going to be probably the best occasion to do the destroyer weapon collection and get your destroyer scythe. Now, of course, this means that if you want to do either of these two collections, you should try and do it as the patch is releasing. Do not wait too much, because the best window of time to get cheap materials is when people are farming the new content. That is to say, from today onwards to the next few days / weeks, as I said earlier. Now, I'm not saying that I have ultimate knowledge on this matter, but this is how I see things unraveling in the update that we're about to play in. And this is also the conclusion to today's video, because we do not have much to work with, and this is just about what I can say from what I could see so far in the trailers and in my own playing of the update. I faced a fair amount of destroyer mobs, and I believe that the market impact that we'll have from a lot of people farming them will be exactly this. Of course, I want to thank Aranet for providing this occasion for me to test the new content as a partner and for sponsoring this channel as a whole. I also want to thank you, the viewer, for being the awesome person that you are. You're always the one supporting me, and some of you are taking it a step beyond by going Discord server, following me on social media, and even sometimes subscribing to me on Patreon to directly support the content of this channel. If this is something you're looking to do, the links are in the description. And now I'm gonna leave you with the old tried and true way of ending my videos, which is gonna be a little bit preemptive as we still have a few skins to go through. I wish every single one of you some happy trading and to get rich.